Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is currently 2:15 in the afternoon. Currently at Benton Harbor. No, I'm sorry, not Benton Harbor. Battle Creek. And should be a pretty interesting one for you guys. Got a 4-stop going out to the East Coast. We got 3 stops in PA, 1 stop in New Jersey. So it'll be busy. It'll be very busy. Now, however, you might notice that the truck might look a little bit different. So, we have a new truck. This truck is a little bit older than the one that we had. It's also not a 567. This is a 579. So I think the door tag said it's a 2018 579. It's got a lot of miles on it, but it's a very clean truck. It's also a very good spec too. It's got the platinum spec on it. So it's got full carpeted floors. It's got some additional wood trim in the back, which honestly, I kind of don't mind. I think it looks pretty good. It looks very good. Truck's kind of a wreck right now. We're trying to leave the TA. Ended up having to get an adapter for the new mic for the CB. But yeah, all things considered, it's a good truck. 800,000 miles. Still has the same, 500 horsepower, 1850 torque. It's really not a bad rig. But it's gonna be a hot one today. It's 87 degrees. Real scorcher. Okay. Oh. And now, from here on out, I guess I have to make sure that the radio's off too, so that we don't get any copyright strikes. Oh, excuse me. But it should be a good drive. I don't know quite yet where we're stopping yet. I haven't made that decision. Could stop in Perrysburg. I could drive to Hubbard. But, I want to do some cleaning on the truck. I want to get the carpet cleaned out. I brought my carpet cleaner with me. But, yeah, we'll get, I'll get some good rolling shots of the trip down, and then we'll also take a couple shots of the inside of the truck. So stick around, should be interesting. So, a little bit of a checkup. So, we are currently on I-80, heading through Streetsboro right now. We'll be done around 4:45 or so. And then we'll offload at 6 at the first stop. I think it's 10, 12, and noon for the rest of them. Last one will end up in New Jersey. But last night we stayed at Perrysburg. did a bunch cleaning up on the truck. You know, I threw that into a short. And, you know, we'll do a bit more of an in-depth walk around, you know, at some point later on. So, but yeah, we got a little bit of a ways to go yet. So, stick around. Guys, so we are currently on 476. We got all 4 of our loads offloaded this morning. Busy morning, and now we're on our way over to North Umberlanb, Pennsylvania, pick up a load. Oh, it's a rough day today. And I'm coming down with some upper respiratory deal. Don't know if it's allergies or if it's a chest infection or something like that. But I guess now is the prime time to talk about what it's like to get sick on the road. You don't get sick days unless you're like throwing up, have a fever, can't operate. It feels like every time I cough, I swallow, or like I'm coughing up glass. It's not fun. As a matter of fact, even talking isn't necessarily the most comfortable either. But I figured it might be worth trying to explain a little bit as to what the process is like. And it's expensive to take care of yourself on the road too. You know, you don't think to buy Flonase, you don't think to buy cold and flu medicine. You know, we're all guilty of not having that stuff on us until we actually need it. But yeah, we got some Dayquil, got some Flonase. Just trying to keep everything open and hopefully keep mucus production down. And try to be a bit more positive. Trying to finish out this week, so yeah, it really is something. I hate getting sick on the road. It does not make my job any fun. Makes it very much not fun. But I'm gonna cut this off a little bit early here, just because stuff's starting to hurt. So we'll catch back up here in a little bit. So, we are on day 2 of this East Coast trip. Yesterday got a bit chaotic because, boy, was I sick yesterday. Today's a lot, it's a lot better. Much better. Still a little bit of congestion up in the head, so, you know, everything's pretty quiet, but everything up in the chest is starting to break apart. Last night was pretty rough. Ended up, I think possibly running a bit of a fever, but, you know, we sweat it out, cranked the heat. But as of right now, we are currently on our way to Andover, Massachusetts. We got about 298 miles from where we're at right now to get up there. Then we're gonna go from Andover to Townsend, Mass, and then go from Townsend back into Michigan. So, yeah, starting the day, we had about a 6-hour and 22-minute drive. Been on the road for a little bit, not too awful long. But so this is a prime time to explain getting sick on the road. I know I explained it yesterday, but getting sick on the road is probably one of the most depressing parts of the job. Mainly because, you know, when you're at home, right, and you get sick, you can take a sick day. Well, out here, you don't really get a sick day. You know, unless you're really sick, then you might be able to get a day off. Maybe. Otherwise, you have to, you know, do the best you can with what you got. And try to, you know, self-medicate the best you can, too. So yesterday I ended up taking a good bit of Dayquil and ended up taking some Flonase, basically. And the Flonase was just to make sure that my nasal passages would stay open. That way I, you know, keeps runny noses to a minimum. But also make sure that, you know, my congestion stays down. That type of thing. It's an interesting time. But yeah, we'll still got a decent ways yet before we can get out to Massachusetts. Looks like as of right now we'll be out there around 1:45. I'm assuming we'll be out there probably closer to 1. That's my guess, anyways. So yeah, stick around and we'll get. Should be some cool shots here. So.